Boy, I heard somebody up on my Pennsylvania SDR, and this was a signal that is about a quarter of a dB above their noise level. Maybe it gets better, maybe it doesn't, I don't know. Station calling, come back with your call sign phonetically one more time. Come back with your call sign phonetically one more time. Okay, so station calling, why don't you do this? Why don't you give me about 10 or 15 seconds? Tell me about your antenna system. Let me look around and see if I can better find a path for us than where we are now. Roger? So if you would, just give me about 10 or 15 seconds and tell me about your antenna system.
Okay, I am running a dipole that's about 35 feet up in the air. I'm running also a PA2 FTDX-10 and a Qso Pro 40 microphone.
Roger, so okay, gosh, I got a pretty good signal on my local antenna. So what is the call sign? Come back with the call sign slowly, phonetically.
November 1, Delta, Baker, Apple.
Delta Baker Apple, Roger, and what's the name there?
The name is David, and I'm in southern Illinois.
Roger, David in southern Illinois. Roger, Roger. Gosh, well, have you... we usually start a setup, if you might be interested in that, as, looking at your transmit bandwidth, your TBW. We want that in the wide mode. That's 100 to 2900. So if you're familiar with that, double check your TBW and make sure you're in that wide mode, because it really does make a difference, when you're in those lesser modes. You're just rolling off your top end. Roger?
Roger, I'll have to check that out. And I just got this radio like a week ago, and I'm still learning a lot of things with it. I love it, but there's so much to learn. And also, I'm running about 400 watts on a solid-state amp.
Roger, Roger. It's sounding good as what I can hear of it. I can't get, real good copy on your curve, only to say that you might want to put a little more top end, a little more treble EQ in that signal through your equalizer. Roger?
Roger, I will look to see how to do that. Like I said, I still got a lot to learn in this radio, but thank you very much.
Roger. Now, is that the supplied hand mic that you're running right at the moment?
No, I'm running a Qso Pro 40.
Roger. It sounds like an electric mic. It sounds like an electric mic. Really has a nice beginning of a nice top end. I'd apply just a couple of more clicks of additional treble EQ from where you are, though. Roger?
Look into that, figure out how to do it. Forgive my ignorance here, but there's a lot to learn on this radio.
Yes, sir. That's why I'm still sticking with my 7300, because I think I've paid my dues, and I'd just as soon cruise at this place where I am rather than having to learn a whole new ball game. This 7300 is just my idea of a beautiful transmitter. Roger? 300 is just my idea of a beautiful transmitter. Roger?
Yeah, I have a Shack in the Box 991A, but I've decided to switch my HF over to this newer radio. For one thing, I've got an external monitor on it, and that makes it so much easier for me to be able to see what's going on with it.
Roger. Now, let me just ask you the question. If you were to go to a large screen TV monitor, can you just plug into an HDMI jack, or do you have to do all kinds of strange things to get that image of your radio up on the big screen?
To get that image of your radio up on the big screen.
For this radio, it has a built-in DVI connector on the back of the radio, and I just had to take a DVI to HDMI cable and plug it in the monitor, and I think I set it up for 800 by 600, and that was it. It worked perfect.
Roger, Roger. So you have all of your screen up on your monitor. Like this 7300 doesn't have a HDMI, and if I did make the conversion to get it out, I would just be getting certain parts of the screen out. So I really, that 7610, it comes out HDMI, and it's everything on the screen comes out with it, Roger?
HDMI, and it's everything on the screen comes out with it, Roger?
Yeah, everything on the screen comes out to the monitor, so I'm not missing a thing. It makes it good for the eyes to view.
Yes, that's the way it should be, and how much could possibly a HDMI output cost in the scheme of things? A $3,000 radio, $4,000 radio, $10,000 radio, you expect somewhere that a couple of pennies might be spent to get that in just, where you just plug in an HDMI and away you go. That would be my thought about it anyway.
And away you go. That would be my thought about it anyway.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons I went with this radio, other than I like the Acer, but also just because it has a built-in display. I looked at doing that with my 991A, but you had to buy this, and it was still bad. And hook up this, and I decided now I'd rather have.
Hey, Roger, that. Well, I was kind of moving through my SDRs to see if I could get a better copy on you, and I didn't copy that last part. Could you repeat that last?
Yeah, I was just saying. I went for the DX-10 instead of working through some stuff with my 991A.
Roger that. Well, I think that DX-10, I think that FTDX-10 is just a beautiful radio, and to my personal taste, I still like my 7300 transmitter best, but I'd have to find the dollars to invest in that DX-10, Roger.
I understand that. Well, Jim, I thank you very much for your time today and the feedback, and I will start learning how to set some more things up here on my radio and hopefully get a better sound. But thank you very much. This has been N1DBA clear.
Roger. Well, I don't think I would change much. I mean, your audio is just beautiful. The curve is just beautiful. You have frequency response down to, it looks about 50 cycles, and you have top end, a good top end. There could be just a couple of clicks more treble, but other than that, it's just beautiful. And if you want to hear it, if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook, that will take you to this recording. It'll be cut number 1 in a series of 3,000, and we'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow, Roger.
Roger. Thank you very much. I'll get off here and let you make some other contact. But thank you for your help. 73 N1DBA, sir.
Roger, David, 73, sir. You have a good afternoon and a beautiful weekend. And if you get a chance, join us next Friday. We'd love to have you. This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog network. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.